Hello everyone, I'm Renugadevi Ponnumuthu. I'm doing my masters in integrated food and bioprocessing. Today I'm going to discuss about the food irradiation, a non-thermal technique used for producing safer food for the consumption, and also it increases the quality of the food. My basic outline follows the introduction to the food irradiation, scope of food irradiation in various fields, the necessity in the food industries, and also its advantages and the limitations, and the conclusion, which involves the future aspect of food irradiation in the industries. It is the process of application of ionization energy in the food, so that the shelf life of the food can be increased by decreasing the microbial load. It is also called ionizing irradiation or cold pasteurization, since it does not involve any thermal energy to treat the food. The symbol over here is called RADURA, which is approved by Food and Drug Administration for labeling of irradiated foods for the consumer recognition. And the basic principle of food irradiation is ionization, where the high energy waves bombard against the food material in order to make ionized. This makes the inactivation of microbes by changing its DNA structure. The source of food irradiation is gamma rays, which is occurred from spontaneously from the radionuclides like gamma, cobalt 60 and cesium 137, and also the X-rays, which is reflected from the high energy stream of electrons, and the electron beam, which is from produced from electron accelerator. The dose of irradiation mainly follows three steps like radicization, radorization, and radaperization, which is classified based upon the dose of gray, which is 1 kilogram, 1 to 10 and 10 to 15. Gray is nothing but the amount of energy absorbed when the food is being applied to the irradiation source. And the scope of food irradiation is mainly is a preservation. By increasing its shelf life, it prevents many foodborne illness caused by microorganisms like salmonella, escherichia coli, and it also controls insects in case of storage of crops, and it delays the sprouting and also ripening of many food crops. Like in case of tuber crops, it decreases the sprouting so that it can be stored longer. And the final one is the sterilization, which causes the food to be stored for a longer time without any refrigeration. Apart from these aspects, it is mainly used in industries for reducing the energy consumption. It is found to be a better alternative for the fumigation process, which involves in the chemical to treat the insects and pests in the storage bins. And the method of inactivation of microbes is quite different from irradiation process to the other process. And the everyone has the doubt of irradiated food is whether safe or not for the consumption. My answer is yes. Food and Drug Administration has declared as a food irradiated is a best process for reducing the microbe load, and it is considered as a safe. And also the energy required to make the food material radioactive is quite higher than these value of doses. The advantages of food irradiation is it is a versatile process. It is a cold process. It does not involve any heat treatment. It can be used also for the solid raw materials. Food can be transported immediately after the treatment does not involve any chemical residues in the food, and also the process is very easy to control. It has some limitations like high capital cost. It requires a critical minimum capacity, like you cannot irradiate it a small quantity of food in a large capacity holder. And the threshold to inactivate the microbes is quite higher, which causes some off flavor in the food. Also it has some limitations in the packaging industries. My basic conclusion is like it, despite of all these aspects of food irradiation, the debanking of consumer is main thing, which leads to the slow development in the food industries. But hence apart, it was approved by Food and Drug Administration and World Health Organization. Now European Union also admitted like irradiated food is safe for the consumption irrespective of the myth. And the further development in the adaptation of machines and the technological development in the food irradiation will reduce its capital cost, so that it can be utilized in food industries in a large amount. Currently 60 countries around the world were using food industries or using food irradiation to treat their food. So I thank my primary reviewers and secondary reviewers and also my TA.